Okay, have you heard the one where I celebrate my birthday? Okay, today it is my birthday. Well, maybe not today, the day that you're watching this video, but today, as in October 27th, it is my birthday. So I don't really know what I'm going to talk about today, but I thought I would just come over here and talk and celebrate a little bit because I feel really great about being 48. I know that it was like one of those numbers. Like for me, like 49, 50 doesn't really bother me. It's like the eights. I don't know why. It's like 20, well, 18, 28, 38, 48. Those were like, oh, more challenging in my psyche than say like 49 or 39. I don't know. I know that this is going to be a really awesome year. I feel that that's how it's gonna pan out. Hoping. But this weekend, it was great. My husband really put together something fantastic. It was like Mexican themed because I love Mexican food and nachos are my favorite. So he put together a little themed party with cake and food, and it was very, very, very exciting. I love holidays. I love birthdays. I have always loved them. Just thinking about past past celebrations. So there has always been an emphasis on holidays in my family. They always try to make it very, very special. And even looking back, that is when everybody got along. That is when, everybody was around. People came, visited, showed their love, showed their affection. I had an affectionate family. I had a loving family, but I also had a lot of turmoil, a lot of upheaval. And so when it came to the holidays, people really, really tried. So, especially my birthday, I remember my mom just throwing bashes for me and being creative. I would have parties that I've done for Max too, like where we would have food fights. And I remember being on like scavenger hunt parties where like the last thing we had to find was actually the boys. And I remember it was me and my two besties, the Allison and Jamie. I have stories about them on the little video. But we'd have to go and like my mom would drive us all over and we'd figure out the end of the clues would add up to what we would have to find. And then the last question was actually where it ended us up at the boys' house. And the boys' parents knew, and they were all in one house. And I remember going to their house, and they were like playing like video games or skateboarding, and we were like, "You have to come to my house and have a party." And it ended up being so much fun. And just being near Halloween, Halloween was always something very tied to my birthday, tied to my identity. And it has only been this year that I've been processing that and really getting convicted and learning about different things. And things are starting to fall away, and I never liked morbid, I never liked things that were scary. So that never was a problem until I had a 12-year-old boy who, wants the creepy, wants the spooky. But trying to, have that conversation with him is a challenge. But it's always been something to celebrate within, whether it be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Christmas was always a very big holiday for us as well. But the big thing about it is that, like, especially for birthdays, I am trying to work on my generosity. I'm trying to work on love. My last video was about that. I have a weird thing where I don't remember people's birthdays. I mean, I do, and I have it in my calendar, and I think it's really about being present or in the present moment that I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. I don't know what the date is. I don't have a job really where I have to write the date. So I'm always like 2 or 3 days late with people's birthdays. And I want to be better about this. I want to be more gracious or more loving to where that person feels special. Because I know how special it does make me feel when people wish me just a silly little happy birthday. I do feel special. And it probably stems back to my childhood. But the funny part about it also is that for the last 5 years, the first person to wish me a happy birthday is a complete stranger. It has been so fascinating. I mean, I know I met her, but it was probably one of those meetups that was like, where we were networking. And so she has my information through Facebook. Like, it's not even Instagram, it's Facebook. And for the last 5 years, I'm telling you, I didn't even listen to it this morning, but I will, because she sends me those audio messages. Back 5 years ago, the audio messages were like new, and I was like, what is this? Well, okay, to me, they were new to me. And she leaves me this sweet thing. I think she does this for all 7,000 of her followers. I don't know. But as much as I'm like, that's odd, and I'd really rather my husband be the first person, but there is also the flip side of this is where I'm like, can I be that person? Do I have it in me to be that person? Because it does take a sense of organization. It does take a sense of, being present, being in the moment, and putting that love out there. So I know as much as I don't know her, there is a portion of her that I would like to emulate. But that's all I know about her, really, is that she sends me happy birthday audio messages every year for the last 5 years. So that is, I think, going to be one of my birthday goals, that I can help people to feel more special in their days and help people to feel like God's love a little bit more every day when they talk to me. Because I know that I do love people, and I do know that I love, or I recognize the love that other people have for me. And I am so appreciative of it. And I'd like to do that at least for the next year. And then maybe it'll become a habit. I went to a women's group at the church last week. I don't know. But it was like a big women's celebration. And they wanted us to hear what, God, a word. And the words that I was hearing from God was share. Share God, or just share. And share love, share, share communication, share everything. And being an only child, I don't feel like I have a horrible time sharing, but there are still portions of me that tries to hold things tightly. My independence, my love, my experiences, things that, why I started doing these videos is so that I would start to share more. But sharing love, I think I can be more, do more, allow that to happen more. And that's going to be, implemented with the whole, let's try and remember somebody's birthday. But I will work on this to share love more. And so hopefully I'll do another video a year from now, maybe not. And we'll see how it goes. But if today is your birthday, happy birthday.